Now, another inquiry, another institution, more wrongdoing from the past. The Royal Bank of Scotland has been fined £390 million for its part in rigging the interbank Libor rate. The Financial Services Authority says the rate was being fiddled right up until the end of 2010. That's 2 years after the bank was bailed out and given a new boss. It's also published the appalling messages that traders sent each other about their attempts to fix Libor. Here's our business correspondent, Siobhan Kennedy.
RBS's reputation was already tarnished. Today, what's left of it well and truly shattered after the Libor scandal left the bank facing £400 million in fines and left the bank's bosses facing serious questions. The documents today reveal a culture inside RBS where traders deliberately and flagrantly abuse the system to their own end, openly writing emails about their schemes to rig key rates. It all went on for years, and inside a bank where the bosses had no controls in place to either detect it or prevent it from happening. Libor describes the rate at which banks lend to each other and therefore to us. The price is set every day. It's used by traders in the wider market as the basis for thousands of complex trades called derivatives. Because a shift in the Libor rate can affect their profits, traders have an enormous incentive to influence the Libor rate inside their own banks. And that's exactly what they did. From 2006, 21 RBS traders were involved in hundreds of attempts to manipulate the rate. Regulators alerted RBS to the problem at the start of 2010, but proper systems weren't put in place to stop it for another 2 years. In the meantime, traders knew they were breaking the rules, but as a series of embarrassing emails showed today, they carried on regardless. One RBS trader asks,
"Can we please get a very, very, very low fix today, please?"
The Libor submitter replies,
"Perfect, if that's what you want."
Then the trader says,
"Thanks, and then from tomorrow we need them through the roof."
And the reply, a smiley face. A request on one day to raise Libor was followed by this the next day.
"Can we lower our fixings today, please?"
Make your mind up. Haha, yes, no probs.
"I'm like a horse draws."
And one trader reassures a colleague who says Libor might not fall enough that day.
"Oh no, not if I have anything to do with it, and I do have something to do with it, lol."
RBS must now pay £300 million to US regulators, while £90 million will go to the UK banking watchdog, the FSA. I asked them today why it seemed the US was being tougher than Britain, where RBS is actually based.
It's not the case that the US has taken the lead here at all. Interviews and so on have all been conducted jointly with ourselves and the US authorities. We've exchanged information and documents. It's very much been a relationship where we've been working together. It's not a case that the US have taken the lead and we're following on.
Today's revelations make it much more difficult for the government to do anything with its 80% holding in RBS. It can't sell the shares because that would lead to a massive loss. And it can't give them away either to the public because, frankly, right now, who would want them? What it needs is for RBS to return to a profit. But with fines for Libor and other scandals, that isn't going to happen anytime soon. So in the meantime, the government has to stick with RBS and hope scandals like Libor will soon be a thing of the past.